Let's take a look at the woke game dev that got a Black Panther game canceled
So
apparently.
here, so today we have another case of messing around and finding out, and this time it involves an entire studio imploding thanks in
Cliffhanger.
part to some of the woke wackadoos employed there. Now let's read the headline before we get into the
Yeah,
details. It
Cliffhanger
says this:
Games is the
EA has
studio,
canceled
I
their
guess,
Black
that got
Panther
canceled.
game. Cliffhanger Studios, the studio developing the game,
Oh,
has been
Cliffhanger, yeah,
closed
game
down.
studio.
So here is the IGN report they're referring to. Apparently, there was an internal email sent throughout the EA staff where basically they're saying, due to recent cancellation and layoffs, they're trying to sharpen their focus and put their creative
Sharpener.
energy
Yeah.
behind the most significant growth opportunities. So, as a result of that, they have closed down Cliffhanger Studios and they're canceling this Black Panther game. This also comes along with another
Well,
round
that's
of
unfortunate.
layoffs for EA,
Honestly, I
but we'll
think that
talk
Black
about that
Panther game would have
in
done
just
fine,
a second. So, let's talk about Cliffhanger Games.
especially with
Rest in
how
peace to this
Black
studio that
Panther
is
as a
now shut down.
character is,
It says right here in their bio, a new AAA
or
studio that didn't
right,
last very long. Now, their
the
latest tweet was this right
hero
here, talking
fantasy,
about how
right?
they believe the best stories are the ones told by you and that they're looking for diverse and fearless artists to collaborate with their Black
I mean,
Panther
there was
game.
those
Now, the comments section didn't go the way they
well, there was those X-Men games back on, what was it, the PS1 and PS2? I forgot what they were called. Right, those games did fine. I mean, well, uh, I mean, I liked them. They were all right. And it was like a co-op game, and you would pick right, you would pick whatever X-Men, and you would play through. It was like a beat 'em up game. I forgot what it was. PS1. Forgot what it was called. Not the Street Fighter one. Oh no, I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about this. Not fighting game. What was it called? Uh, was it was it this one? Might have been a PS2. Anyway, sorry.
expected. If you look down here, it says this: by diverse, you mean racist, right? No one is going to buy your racist game. I believe you are about to be sued out of business. You are the
Oh, was it
definition
called
of
X-Men
racism.
Legends?
This person says, as long as you're not white, I
I think
guess,
that's
I
what it was
think this
called.
is illegal. So, what are these comments talking about that are dominating this post? Well, they are referring to this individual right here named Danny Lalanders. Now, that used to be their official handle on Twitter, but they have changed it to EXO Girl Boss OX. And they've gone private to hide any sort of, I guess, accountability for the ridiculous stuff they've said over the past couple of years. And if you use their link tree there, well, page not found, a great promotion of themselves right here. But, anyways, to give you guys the details of their history, they were a former Sweet Baby Inc. narrative consultant. As always, it always comes back to Sweet Baby Inc. It never fails. Every major controversy, especially involving people who are discriminating against others
Yeah.
based on the color of their
Yeah, it
skin, it
was.
always comes
Yeah, it's called
back to
X-Men
someone
Legends.
who was at one point employed with Sweet Baby Inc. Now, of course, before they privated their account, they made many banger tweets and responses like this, where someone said, being appropriately called a racist is tiresome, huh? You could try not being racist, where Lolanders replied by saying,
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
I'm
I
racist,
remember.
so
Yeah, I
now
remember
what?
X-Men Legends 2:
Yeah,
Rise
I've
of
seen people on Twitter
Apocalypse. Yeah,
names
this
like
one.
Hitler Cunny 1488 who are more subtle in their racism than this
No, I
person.
mean, yeah,
But
they could
of
have made a.
course, there is a
They
long
could have made
history of this
something
Black
similar.
Panther writer here for the game, of course, saying some out of pocket
But I
things
guess they
about other
couldn't.
races,
I guess they just
including
said, nope,
this
can't do
article right here
it.
from Bounding into Comics that says ex Sweet Baby Inc. employee and current EA's Marvel's Black Panther narrative designer seen proudly bragging that previous title Validate had no white people on the dev team. This clip is outrageous and, of course, very important
Oh yeah, yeah. A lot of the
to helping
basically a lot of
understand
the
the
ex
kind of
Sweet
person
Baby Ink
that is
people,
employed
yeah,
by not only Sweet
they're all
Baby but
weird and
also
shady. They all
EA
say
on
some
this
weird
project
shit.
that, of course, is now canceled with Black Panther.
Team of 21 right now for Validate. It's a pretty big team. It's a crazy big team for indie games. But who is your team? Validate has a team of mostly all people of color. We have no white people on our team. I did that because I wanted to create a safe environment, and
I wanted to create a safer environment. What the fuck does that mean? That just sounds like you're being a discriminatory bitch. What the fuck? Right? Yeah, so this is an old video. Yeah, whenever she said that, holy sh, everyone, that set people off, because it was like, that's discrimination.
I know the best way for an environment to be safe is to be
That's
around people who are
discriminatory
just like me.
practices.
And
That's
I'm not
against the
saying
law,
that
you
white people
know?
in
That's
the industry
bad.
are creating unsafe environments. I'm not saying that.
Bro,
That is
Last
not
of
what
Us
I'm
Season
saying.
2 got an
I am saying that
award for
sometimes it
Best
is hard to
Adaptation,
work with
apparently.
white
My
people
ass best.
because they think that something may be
No,
okay, but
it
it was
really
really
got
a
Best
microaggression.
Adaptation?
And
That's
no one wants to deal with
insane.
that while you're trying to make a game that
No,
they
you shut up. You don't say that. No, I have to look this up. You shut up. I mean, if you really think about it, with all the video game movies that went to live action, I hate to say it, but Last of Us is one of the actually better ones compared to like all the other ones. I hate saying that, but it's kind of that's just what I he's a writer for it? No, stop. Stop. Stop it. You shut up. Oh wait, I should say 2. Oh, what, season 2, I should say, right? I mean, yeah, they received it at 2023. Oh, it's being recognized. So they might give it another award? No, stop. A powerful adaptation of a gaming masterpiece. Fucking Dixerto, man. Oh no. It's from a Dixerto. Oh my god, Dixerto gives it a 4 out of 5. Punishing is a phenomenal punishing adaptation of one of gaming's greatest and most challenging stories. Dude, they're gassing up The Last of Us 2 season. Dude, every time I see this actor, I think of the one fucking meme they've been posting on Twitter where her head just keeps getting bigger and bigger, or her forehead keeps getting bigger. And it's just like, Jesus, why are people like this? uh, okay, let's look for this Craig Mazin guy. Jesus, fucking. Uh, Neil Dickman confirms second season will adapt the story of the second video. Oh yeah, yeah. Instagram. This is no. Dude, Craig Mazin, this guy. What am I looking for? Oh, I have to sign in? Oh, fuck you. But yeah, this is him. No, I don't want to sign in. I'm just fucking pissed, bro. Hey, I mean, look. I hate to say it, but given all the other right live action right adaptations for video games, yeah, Last of Us is literally the better ones out of all of them, if not the best one out of all of them. So it's like, he ruined it. I mean, even if he ruined it, it's still better than fucking the rest of the. Right. It's unfortunate, but it's just how it goes. An unfortunate circumstance, yeah.
Love.
Would you look at that? The progressive people once again discriminating against white people. Many such cases. But of course, what is the game they're referring to? We know about the Black Panther game that's now canceled. But what is Validate? Well, besides being the most hilarious name, like almost parody level name for a game like this, it sounds woke as you could ever imagine. This is a dating sim type game that was released. You can see on Steam here. I'm going to hold your hand and we're going to watch some of the trailer for this game.
Oh,
it
yeah.
Is ridiculous.
This
like
fucking,
I
yeah,
title,
I heard about this.
It almost has to be a parody. Maybe this is like a 5D chess move. Maybe this is the
it's
ultimate
not a parody.
troll. But this
I'm
is
sorry
what we're
to
dealing
say.
with here. Let's just absorb what's going on, okay?
There's people who make these kinds of video games. I hate to say it.
That future bae? Or will you mess up and fumble the bag?
Will you find that future bae? Or will you fumble the ball?
I can't, dude. What? Can we be serious for a second?
No.
Like I said, they gotta
No,
be
we
trolling.
can't.
Get to know struggling singles just like you. Our first 4 players, playable characters, are ready to meet their match.
Jesus fuck.
This is what wokeness does to your brain.
Not only
and your
that, but it looks
creativity.
like you can have
This is the product of catering to this nonsense.
right,
You
same-sex
creating stuff
relationships.
Like this. It's insane. This is absolutely insane. I won't make you guys suffer anymore because there's a lot more to go with this trailer. Another full minute, and I don't want to subject you guys to that. You get the point. But this was the game.
No, you
that
must
they were working on.
subjugate
The team,
people
of
to
course,
it.
That had
You
no
must.
white people because God forbid
You have to
they
let
would have a
people
white
know how
person on their
horrid it is.
staff, to create this absolute
You put
gem
him through the
of a game
pain
called
and suffering.
Validate. Now, not lost in the shuffle here.
Bro, just watch.
This is
They're
another
gonna
person who's a
make
part-
the Abby story in season 3 better because they're trying so hard to make us like her. Yeah, I can see that happening. I mean, what if they actually make Abby hot? Wow, that's gonna be different.
The staff for the Black Panther game, this Alexa Ray Courier individual, who was responding to Alyssa Mercante, who said, "I don't support all gamers, they're biggest blah, blah, blah." And they said, "I need this on a shirt." Once again, just like Sweet Baby being connected to all the worst people in the industry, so is Alyssa Mercante.
TV show Abby is actually hot.
I
Oh, well,
pay the
see,
very
it's case
minimal
closed.
amount of attention to because she is desperate
Case closed.
for attention as her career and her influence
Who
has
is TV
floundered
show Abby?
over the past couple of months since being fired by Kotaku. She's doing everything in her power to
Oh yeah, it's that one woman, right? I forgot. Was it Fletcher? Oh, Kathleen Dever. Yes. Okay, yeah, her. Yeah, right. Yeah, she all right. I mean, I wouldn't say she's hot, but is she okay? I mean, oh, that's a bad picture of her. But yes. It's gotten to the point where I want her to win, and that's fucking fat.
to try to get
that sucks,
people's
man.
attention
What a
in the
dilemma
most
you're in.
ridiculous
Yeah.
ways. And I only show her in this for context. That's it. And that's really all the attention
I mean, just
she
like,
currently
just look,
deserves.
just like the
But
show
let's
for
move
what
on
it
here,
is.
because just like everything else in this situation,
Right, regardless of who
you kinda,
made it, you can
you turn over a stone and you find a bunch of usual
Oh,
suspects
the hate
hiding
watching.
underneath. So the article we referenced at the beginning of this video about EA canceling Black Panther, it was of course from IGN, but who's the author? Rebecca Valentine. Now, who's this? Well, this is a screenshot of her account when she was private. She has since deactivated entirely. She has completely fled the platform.
She's
but
hiding. She's
she
into
went
hiding.
private after getting a lot of very
It's like they said,
valid
fuck Ellie and Joel and
criticism
like Abby.
based on an article, one of many disasters she made,
Yeah,
but this
screw
one in
Joel
particular,
and Ellie.
where she
We're
called
gonna
out
make Abby
Black
the
Myth
best now.
Wukong
Fuck those
and
people.
their studio that developed a
Yeah,
game called Game Science.
Hasn't Pablo Pascual, or whatever his fucking name is, hasn't he said some fucking stupid shit sometimes too? Oh man. Oh yeah, wasn't he at like some event like it looked like he was basically licking a fucking a rainbow dick in a sense. I still don't like Abby's character, but the actress is kind of this fucking guy.
And this is the title saying
Yes,
how Black
man.
Myth Wukong developers'
Hey,
history of
girl.
sexism is
What's your
complicating
number?
its journey to the West. Well, it turns out, spoiler alert, it did not complicate its journey.
Let me
This
buy
game
you
was
a let me buy you a nice
success,
dinner.
an amazing
get to
game,
know each other, you know.
hugely profitable for that development team. But anyways, as you'll see from the tweet sharing the article, it's been community noted, as it should.
I'm kind of
where
down
the
bad for her.
apparent
Yeah, you got some
sexist
issues,
quotes
man. You got
were
some issues.
blatant mistranslations, like so badly
She's
mistranslated.
playing Abby,
a
man.
lot of
She's
people
playing Abby.
have suspected
Run, you run
that it was
away.
malicious. That this was an intentional
How'd you like that
effort
scene
to
of when
take
she
quotes
went
that were
golfing?
completely benign and twist them in a way that would hurt this studio.
Did you
And
like
of
that
course,
scene a
IGN
lot?
was caught in 4K trying to pull this move. Unfortunately, despite being fact-checked, disgraced, embarrassed by everyone, this article has been used as a primary source to accuse the developers and the team at Black Myth Wukong of being sexist over and over again. All these
it
other
was
outlets
aight.
have used this as the primary source with no question. They just accepted this as fact, and they've run with it, and they continue to run with it. It's shameless, and it shows how interconnected all these so-called journalist outlets are, where they accept this as a
It
fact
didn't bother
without
me because
looking
I
into
wasn't
it
connected to
themselves. They just
Pascal
use it as a source,
Jonas
and it's
much.
disgusting. But also,
I
thanks
mean, I
to
bet you
Rebecca
were all like,
Valentine,
yeah, get that
she
fucker.
also made a recent article a few weeks ago talking about EA.
Yeah, fuck that
because
guy.
the whole layoff situation
that-
with
get
the
that golf
recent
club.
Cliffhanger Studios is not the only one. Recently, EA cut around 300 roles, including roughly 100 at Respawn.
Yeah, they had to
reportedly
cancel
cancels
Titanfall, yeah.
game. It has been a disaster.
Well, I
at
mean,
EA,
that's why
and
they
guess
made
what?
Apex
Nobody,
Legends, right?
and I mean nobody,
Apex
feels
well,
bad for them. In fact,
yeah,
it's
since
even
they
worse.
canceled
You can see
Titanfall,
this,
they made
headline
Apex
from
Legends.
That Park Place. Dragon Age writer blames anti-fans for game failures.
But wasn't
while
the same
ignoring
as the
industry's
game. I mean, I
role
still
in
didn't want
massive
him to die of, but
flops.
wasn't
Now,
the
of course,
same
they're
as the
referring to
game.
Dragon Age the Veilguard, the massive failure that EA
Because like Game
specifically
Joel is
mentioned
like
in one of
is the
financial
OG
reports as one of the
Joel.
reasons they had such a tough quarter when this game was released, because it was so disappointing. But
Yeah, I mean that's
here's
true.
the actual quote from the article. In the piece, Gator criticizes
Right, you
what he
didn't
calls
get you didn't
anti-fans,
get
individuals he claims actively
his voice
work to see
actor
certain
to say
games
some
fail
stupid
as a
shit.
form of punishment for the creative decisions they disagree with. In quotes,
or do
then they
some
turn
weird
from
actions.
what you want. Fans
during
who
an
would go
event.
out and spread word of your game and get people interested, Gator said. But if you get anti-fans, they sort of do the opposite. They're very determined suddenly to see your game fail.
It's weird how they're correlating criticizing actually having valid criticism, or whether it's a game or a movie, and then they make them into anti-fans, even though that these people are fans. I mean, why would these people be criticizing? These people are fans. It's just the way they're doing it is fucking stupid. They because if they had Bella's model in the game, Game Ellie is the reason why that franchise was successful. Bella ain't cool like Game Ellie. I mean, Also, there were some situations during some of those cutscenes, or people were making memes out of her, and it looked like she didn't fit the role as Ellie very well sometimes. But I mean, I think that's just what happens when you try to like make movie, and it's just right from a video game to a movie. It just there's like a weird disconnect, and it looks weird sometimes.
As a sort of lesson to others who make games of the same type. You know what? Here's the problem with this whole anti-fan narrative. Where are the fans?
Yeah,
Because,
where are the fans?
You know what? Anti-fans can say whatever they want. They can criticize the game. They can tell people not to play. But at the end of the day, if people are genuinely interested, guess what?
Yeah, an anti-fan is someone who plays the game and then does a
very clearly. So
pros and
no one to
cons
blame in this
on the
situation,
game, and now they are
except
labeled an
for EA,
anti-fan, right?
as well as BioWare. These are the companies that
Oh,
are
you're
responsible for
you're talking
producing
about
this
the
slop
pros
that
and
took
cons of
a
this game.
cash grab,
You're not a
a
fan.
easy ball on the tee
You're not a
situation
fan.
with
You
Dragon
played the
Age
game?
Veilguard,
Oh,
a
you're not a
respected
fan. You're
and,
supposed to be shitting on it.
very
You're a real
supported
fan if you
franchise with a
shit
very
on it.
loyal fan base. They come out this game that people waited years and years for, and they drop the ball because they
you
wanted
must
to
be a
focus
real fan
on
by shitting
identity
on
politics and pushing
things.
agenda and not providing an enjoyable experience that was really just defined by terrible writing and terrible narrative consulting, and it just shows. And this game will live in infamy. Its legacy is being a massive disappointment, and now they're trying to turn around and blame the anti-fans. I've never heard that phrase before, but I guess it's a new one. The anti-fans are the reason this game failed. No, this game failed because BioWare, as well as EA, dropped the ball. It's really as simple as that. But there's one more thing I want to cover in this situation, a little Asmongold cameo responding to a
Welcome.
report that EA is canceling the Black Panther
Fucking
game.
put the
where he says,
fries in the bag,
"Welcome home,"
motherfucker.
with this
Kick me.
McDonald's uniform
Yeah, I
right
forgot
here,
he's
and he
put
also
the
said
fucking name
this.
tag that says
Once
kick
again,
me,
as an
jeez.
EA shareholder, they don't know what they're doing. You don't need to always cancel a game.
It should have said
pivot or
fired.
downsize. Don't just throw away the
Instead,
project. There's
you're
no way these
fired.
teams are so untalented.
Oh,
they can't
you're
ship a
so
game.
fired.
Surely, right? But he said some babies deserve to be aborted.
Look at this big, beautiful
Big
bill. Oh,
ouch
you're
on
so big and
But
beautiful.
also, I saw this post recently that kind of relates to
The
everything
biggest
we're
and
talking about in this
beautifulest
video.
bill
It has
of
to do
them all.
with DEI, because a lot of people believe that's part of the reason Cliffhanger Studios met its fate, because they have focused on DEI, which ultimately and ironically is discriminating against certain people based on the color of their skin. But there's this big fear among DEI specialists, because my God, that's a thing apparently. They're very worried because apparently a lot of DEI specialists, they can't find jobs anymore. Wow. Couldn't have happened to a better group of people, right? You can see people in this industry on LinkedIn saying that corporate America has eliminated more than 2,600 jobs in diversity, equity, and inclusion since early 2023. That accounts for about 13% of DEI-related jobs that existed in early 2023.
Yes, DEI.
There's a major problem. It's not enough. It's not enough. 13%, that's rookie numbers, ladies and gentlemen.
We need
That
more.
should be way higher. These jobs are a joke.
We
The
need the
people hustling this
numbers to
stuff,
go more
they're trying to
up.
basically weaponize race and
More
try to
numbers.
monetize race and racial tensions to try to, well, push their
We
agenda
must
and also
drive
make money
more
off of it.
division.
They've been doing this for years, and people are tired of the crap. It's reflected in the gaming industry, as well as every industry across the board, and thank God
We must
people are waking up to
splinter.
this. And like I said, 13%,
Fraction
that's way too low.
everything.
We gotta up those numbers, ladies and gentlemen. But anyways, that's gonna do it for this video. As always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics in the comment section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video.
I mean, it's
See you
only
next time.
affecting these small groups of people. They all like to complain, bitch, and moan, and then when they get called out for making a terrible game because the pros and cons of the game just right, there's just a lot of cons of the game, and it's just like, yeah, no, it's bad. It just look at how many games that got fucking shit, right? Concord. All those other games, like, oof, yeah, that's bad, right? Anything that I hate to say it, but pretty much anything that Sweet Baby Inc. touches, in a sense, yeesh, yeesh. Especially with some of the ex-employees that have moved away from Sweet Baby Inc. and now they're doing like their own individual things. Yeah, you might want to be careful. Because they might try to strong arm you and be like, hey, you better do this thing or else I'm going to put this gun to my head. You better do it now. Yeah, I guess they want to commit seppuku, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, that's it for Rev Says Dezu. Yeah, woke games are finally starting to figure out, hey, maybe you shouldn't put these divisive social topics in here that people will talk about, and then hate talking about it because it sounds so fucking stupid. But yeah. Rev Says Dezu. Give him a watch if you want to see more of his content on his takes or his analysis on stuff.